Hoo-hoo. Okay. Hello to everybody and hello to all the replay viewers. I'm Cheryl Moses. I'm a business success coach. I help mom entrepreneurs get their businesses off the ground, get money in the bank, and gain the confidence to step into their power so that they can do what they love, profit from it, and nothing else. So today I'm talking about turning your ideas into action, but the first steps, which is finding your niche. And that really is the first step. So move this over. So the first thing I want to say is be careful not to get hung up on the small details. And I have my notes here so I can stay on track because I can go off track sometimes. So I'm going to stay on track. I promise. But yeah, so you don't want to get hung up on the small details. Now, small details like the techie stuff, the things that you can hire someone else to do. I know that a lot of times we're bootstrapping. When we're first starting our businesses and things like that, we don't have a lot of money to spend. We might be budgeting and things like that, but you can find people that will do small tasks for you for $2-3 an hour. You can go to upwork.com. You can go to freelancer.com and find somebody that can help you out with those types of things in your business. Okay, so also you can research all the information you need when the time comes. So don't get ahead of yourself and don't go buying things that you really don't need right now. I did a lot of that. I still have stuff on my computer from like 2-3 years ago because I bought stuff thinking I was going to need it in the near future. And here it is a few years later and it's still sitting on my computer. So don't be doing that because you'll get overwhelmed and you need to focus on what you're doing now. So just research and get the information you need for now and don't worry about the other stuff until you need it. Okay, and anything, like I said, anything that you don't know how to do, you can always outsource it. I spent a lot of time training myself with the techie stuff, and I really wasn't trying to train myself. I was really just trying to save money and learn how to do it myself. But I also wasted a lot, not really wasted, I'll just say it took up a lot of my time. So it took me away from doing things that would make me money, my IPAs, and I couldn't, it was just hard to really get back in the groove of things because I'm spending so much time trying to learn this, trying to learn that, and I really didn't need to learn it. But now that I have learned it, I can teach other people. So it's kind of good. But still, you don't need to get hung up in that area, in that space. And so finding your niche is really the number one thing that you want to do before you decide to turn your idea into an action or create a plan or whatever you're doing. If you have a business plan, that's fine. You still want to find your niche first because you have to know who you're talking to, who you want to work with, who you're selling to, things like that. So niching down and niching all the way down and getting specific with that is very, very important. Okay, so it's a part of your business plan and your brand attraction strategy. So you want to find a niche that you're highly interested in, but also one that is profitable. Because just because you're interested in something, just because you know how to do something, doesn't mean you can make money from it. And if you find that when you do your research and you're looking up your competitors and looking at what they're doing, if you don't find any competitors and you really don't find much information on what you have, the value that you can bring and the problems, the stuff that you can solve, if you really don't find anything out there for that, it doesn't mean that there isn't a market for it. It could just mean that there are holes in the market and that there's a need for it. So you have to really think about, okay, the things that I can solve, are people staying up at night because of it? Are people crying because of it? Is it really painful for them? And if it is, then that's something that you can possibly make money doing. So you want to make sure that whatever it is, that it's profitable and it's going to make you money. Okay. So also let me go down and make sure I'm on point with everything that I want to cover. Okay. So finding your niche, who do you want to work with? What's the problem? We said that. And is it really a painful problem? Okay, so those are the three main things. Who you want to work with, what's the problem? Is it a painful problem? Because believe you me, like if you go on Google, you can find a lot of free information. So, like for time management, for instance, I'll give you an example for time management. A lot of people think that, okay, people are not going to pay for me to help solve their problems with time management. Now, as mompreneurs, which who I target, not mompreneurs, like top main things for mompreneurs that are, big problems for them is time management, is getting clients, is marketing. So those are like the top three things, right? So if you say, okay, nobody's going to pay for time management. If I say to a mompreneur, okay, if I can show you how to spend more time doing things that you love doing and make an extra $50,000 this year, I think hands will go up. So you have to really get specific with what will they pay for? What comes along with time management? Stress, overwhelm, things like that. So you have to really think about the specifics involved. Don't just, throw it to the side and not think that anybody will pay for it, because there are people who will pay for it if you get specific enough with the problems. Okay, so narrow your niche down as much as possible because it differentiates you from other people. You can customize solutions for people. You're the go-to person for those problems. It can bring you more opportunities. You can charge higher prices because if there's no one else really to go to for this problem and that problem, then you can charge higher prices for that because you're the go-to person. Issues, marketing, and pain points will be different than for others. And also you can expand after you've mastered one thing. I always talk about that when I'm talking about branding and things like that. Master one thing, and then you can do other things, and that's how your business grows. But you want to stay focused. You don't want to have overwhelm, and you don't want the stress of trying to do so many different things and trying to please so many different people. So when you create your client avatar, you're creating it so that you're talking to one person, one type of person, and you're going to master whatever it is, whatever solutions that you have for that particular person. That's what you're going to do, and then you're going to expand later on. So like for me, if I target moms now, I can target other women later on down the line. But right now, you master the one thing, you make money from that, and then you can expand and do other things. Okay, so that's basically what I have for niching all the way down. Yeah, and your competitors. So if you do have competitors, if you do your research and you find that there are competitors out there, see what they're doing, see if you like what they're doing, what you like about it, what you don't like about it, and make your product better, make your services better. You always want to be one up than your competitor. You want to put your personal spin on it. You want to put your personal stamp on it. So just make sure you're always ahead of the game. And that's basically it for niching down. Like you really want to just get specific. And once you do that, then you can move forward with your action plan. But you have to get specific first with who you're talking to, because if you're talking to everybody, you're really talking to nobody. I'm sure you've heard that before. So that's all I really have for this. This is day 1 of 30 days of innovation. So first things first is finding your niche. I might be going into more things about the niche later on, like maybe tomorrow or something like that. But this is really the first thing that you want to do. And once you get this, everything else will fall into place. Hi, Latasha. And so I am signing off now, Latasha. But thank you for coming. You can watch the replay. You can connect with me at CherylJMoses.com. And also you can join the Modern Business Mastery Group. Hi. Modern Business Mastery Group on Facebook. I'm in there too. And just connect with me there. Thank you for the hearts, girl. All right, so I'm going to sign off now. And yeah, it's a replay available. It's available. And also, Natasha, if you want to get into the Modern Business Mastery Group on Facebook, come in and join me. Okay? All right. Okay, so take care, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.